Hi, thanks for watching. If this is the first time that you're watching any of my videos, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Menen and I help professionals communicate better. You've probably seen some of these around when you see tourists recording their own videos about places that they are visiting. This is actually a typical setup of a video logger or a vlogger, and it consists of three things. First is the tripod, and then the second one is the device that actually holds the phone together. This one is by Ulanzi. Okay, and the third one is this is called a cold shoe, and what it actually does is it holds together this thing called a shotgun mic. And this one I bought one last year, and this is a mic by Boya. The series is BY-MM1, and this one has a dead cat, and then when you buy it, it comes with two wires, the one that's I'm holding right now and the one that's connected to the phone. And then this one is called the mount. So it's called a cold shoe because it you can just put it in and out of the mount itself. So this one is when the mic faces away from you if you're trying to record a scene or an external place, and or for example you're interviewing and then you reverse it again if you want to document yourself talking or annotating as you move from one place to another. Now the good question here is that can I use this particular mic as a laptop mic for my video conferences? Actually, yes. So that's the good thing about it. And what we'd like to do is be able to show you that. And so there are two wires. One for smartphones. And then the other one would be for cameras. So normally I use this one. You'll know what to use because Boya labels it properly. So one for the smartphone, so that would be the phone, the iPad, variety. And the second one is the mic that you normally use for cameras and your laptops. Okay, so this in itself is already a very good, you're complete. If you take away the phone, this is already good for your stand. Okay. And then there are two things that I'd like to demonstrate today. One is you can use this, and if you find this a little bit too cumbersome, you can actually use a desktop stand that you can buy for about 45 pesos. Okay, so let's get started. What do you need to do? Just take the mic, the cord of the mic that doesn't say smartphone. It normally says camera. So just plug one end in, and on the other end you will need a USB sound card. Now this one comes in two varieties. This one is a USB-A, and then there's another one that you can use for newer laptops, USB-C. Now the difference here is that it uses an extra port that you have on your laptop and then converts it into a sound card. And so for this one, we're going to use the green one to indicate the slot where you can put your headset. The pink one is for the mic. So for this one, this is the mic. This one goes into pink. And then you can get the headset somewhere. So if you have one supplied from your recent purchase of your phone, or an old one that you are keeping with you, then this one goes into the green portion. There. Then you're all set. So what I'm recording using a mic right now, and then I'm going to turn it off so that you can see the difference. All right, so I'm using the built-in mic now for my laptop. And you notice that the sound has likely gone flat. I am not wearing a monitor with me, so I am hoping that I'm doing the step correctly. And then what you just need to do is plug the USB port into the extra socket. All right. Now for Boya MM1, this comes with a pouch. The cold boot, the red one, is already free. Then you get the mic and the other two wires that I told you. Now these things, like this thing's called from Ulanzi, all right, and this tripod are really sold separately, so you will have to buy them. I bought mine for about 165 pesos in Lazada, and this one I won at a raffle last year. Okay, so I'm going to change again the sound source. So you will have to go to your microphone settings and then select a USB PNP audio device for both the speaker and the microphone. Right. So by now, the mic should be live. And if these are cardioid mics, meaning they work best if you're near to them. And then second, they will most likely be receptive, or they can pick up sound somewhere about 45 to 65 degrees to the right and also to the left. So you notice the sound changes. And then if I'm moving towards the back, the sound is rejected because it's really the cardioid pattern. So if you look at the root word of cardioid, it means card, pretty much like cardiac. So that it looks like a heart. Okay. Now, how do you protect from plosives? There is another contraption. This is a dead cat that you can put into the mic. And what's good about it is that it's supposed to help suppress the wind noise, just in case you're outside. But this one, I'm testing. I'm using now the mic. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. In an earlier video, I also a muff from Lazada. This one I bought for 80 pesos, but I had to cut it. And what I did was just to measure the length of the mic and then cut it somewhere in the middle. All right. And then this one can come in and be used as a wind muff. Okay. So, and then you can mount it. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. For me, if you are just essentially beginning your setup and you don't want to spend a little bit more, these mics are very handy. They range from about 450 pesos to about 800 to 900, and there are 3 popular mic brands. The first is Boya, the second one is Senda, and then the third one, the more premium one, is Rode. Okay, now if you find this setup a little bit too unwieldy or a little bit clunky, what you can do is look for these desk stands around, and these are not expensive, they're cheap. I bought one for about 50 pesos in Lazada again, because they're made of plastic. If you want the ones that are bronze, you can buy one in the same store, but they would tend to cost somewhere around 160 to about 200 pesos. Okay, so I'm just gonna mute this. I'm just gonna pause this recording because I'll just remove this mic and then transfer it here. Okay, so I can If you want a more stable and you want space-saving installations, then I suggest a desktop mic. Okay, I'll be with you in a few seconds. And I'm back. What did I just do? I removed the tripod from the mic. And so right now you're hearing me through the computer's laptop microphone. And for this setup, if you have a microphone arm that you're not using in your homes and you prefer a more indoor setup, this is how I suggest that you can consider doing yours. First, for this one, you will need a Velcro tape. And the Velcro tape is going to be very useful because when you buy a stand like this, they are designed for bigger mics. And so what I do is I cut a piece of tape, wrap it around this area so that it will just close. And then I put in extra sets of Velcro. So this one begins to act as the stopper for this one. So you notice the neck is much smaller than the stand. Second, you can also choose the ones with clips. So that will probably be the easier way to do it. But for me, I'm using just Velcro tape, and then I plug in the mic. And then you can resume the same setting. Okay. So there's another way to do it. So if you don't have an extra USB port, in an earlier video, I also showed you that you can also use the sound port of your laptop. And if that is what you intend to do, you can use something like this, where it is actually an audio splitter that splits the signal into two. The first one is the mic, and then the second one is the headset. All right, if that is your preferred setup, what you can do right now is take the microphone cable and then plug it in. And the second one is take the headset cable, plug it into the earphones. Next. And then plug it into your mic. Right. And then the next one is plug this in and plug this into your sound port. And then from there, you can now change your sound source. Now this one you will have to pick from the built-in internal speakers. And so I will change it now. All right, so perhaps you would now hear the difference. I'm using the Boya BY-MM1 now as a sound source. Testing 1, 2, 3, testing 1, 2, 3. Then you can prop this into your table and then adjust the height and the angle as you see fit. Okay, so those are the two settings that I can use and I can recommend for you. The first one is just using the tripod. Use an existing setup that you currently have, or you might use a desktop mic setup. Any which way, this quality sounds better compared to the existing one that uses your computer's sound port, microphone, and speakers. All right, so I hope this one helped. And if this video you found useful, please do not hesitate to like, to heart, share, subscribe so that you can be updated about the next set of videos I am publishing. Thank you. Have a nice day.